This episode of Dom's Pod is brought to you by Double Eagles Insurance Agency for all your insurance needs.
Welcome to episode 2 of Dom's Pod. I'm your host, Dom Manamano, alongside Nate Goldstein for this episode 2 of this podcast. So we got Super Bowl preview coming up, and we got the NBA trade deadline, and it's ending in tomorrow, actually. It ends tomorrow, I believe?
Yeah, I think so.
And then we're going to go through my shitty-ass NFL preseason predictions. So let's get right into it. So we got our Super Bowl matchup, Chiefs-Eagles. Are you happy about the matchup, or do you think it's the most boring matchup we could have got?
Yeah, probably. I would not want to see another Jalen Hurts versus Patrick Mahomes again. Extremely boring.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that Super Bowl matchup was good last year with Harrison Butker knocking that field goal with 12 seconds left. It was a good game, but who wants to watch these two teams go at it again?
Yeah, I would not want to watch another repeat Super Bowl. I don't think it's fun to watch.
Yep, and obviously this Chiefs are trying to become the first NFL team to three-peat, the first sports team to three-peat since the Lakers in the early 2000s and the Yankees. I'm not sure which one is latest, but they were both pretty close. But so, do you think the Chiefs get it done here, or do you think?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Patrick Mahomes gets it done. I definitely think he's a better playoff quarterback than Jalen Hurts, and just a better overall quarterback this year.
Yeah. But obviously, that's going to be a really good Super Bowl. Super Bowl 59 in the NFL history in New Orleans, obviously. And do you like having the Super Bowl on Sundays? Because I'm not like a big fan of it.
I mean, I feel like it would be better on Saturday, but it would kind of feel weird because
you're not used to seeing it on. Yeah. Obviously, I would like to see it on like a Saturday, but like the NFL just can't do that.
Yeah.
And I feel like it would be like. It would be more entertaining, and on Saturday, it would be so much more entertaining to watch. Let's get now. Actually, we'll talk about the Super Bowl news later. So I want to talk to you about my NFL. Let's talk about my NFL preseason predictions.
All right.
So I have them out here. We're gonna go through division, see how bad they are. Because this is getting me a buzz cut, guys. This is getting me a buzz cut. You know it.
Yeah.
I think your entire friend group wants me to get it.
Yeah, 100%.
So let's get into my predictions, obviously. So we have the Bengals finishing first, Steelers in second, Ravens in third, Browns in fourth. So the Bengals, let's talk about this because I had them winning the Super Bowl this year. Let's see. I'm going to say this now. That was probably the worst prediction this year, probably, and you can agree with it on it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's what got you the buzz cut. I mean,
that's getting me the buzz cut.
You said they weren't coming last, and if they came last, then you would get a buzz cut, and they ended up coming.
Their
last.
defense was probably the worst.
Yeah,
their secondary was horrible. Shit.
There's deep balls all down the Bengals.
Yeah, well, it was pretty bad. And then let's go around. We got the Steelers in second, which honestly I'll take that. But then it gets down the Ravens.
Yeah,
how the fuck do I mess up?
Yeah, you put them in third in the AFC North. I would have easily put them first.
Yeah,
and
I think what I would have, if I had to redo it now, like before the season, it would have gone Bengals, Ravens, Steelers, Browns. I thought the Browns weren't going to be that good this year, to be honest. Yeah. I actually didn't think they were going to be good because they got lucky the year before with Joe Flacco. And I feel like I actually remember some of the records. What am I saying? So I had the Bengals going 13-4, which
was ridiculous.
That was ridiculously high. I had the Steelers going 10-7. I had the Ravens going 10-7, and I had the Browns going 7-10. That, my friends, is probably the worst. There's worse divisions out here, but that one stands out as probably one of the worst.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
So now let's get into the AFC South. Now we got the Texans, Jaguars, Colts, Titans. That's the order. So did you think the Jaguars could be good this year?
I'm not sure, but I don't think so. I think they would have been just pretty bad.
I said they were going to be. I thought they were going to go 9-8, but I didn't think they were going to be that bad.
Yeah,
they were pretty bad. Their coaching was probably the worst in the NFL this year, I think.
Yeah.
But I didn't think the Colts were going to be that good this year. Obviously, they have Anthony Richardson, and their
Mhm.
quarterback situation ever since Andrew Luck has retired has been god awful.
Yeah.
But like, you don't think that's been awful?
No, I have. I'm just saying, like, definitely been awful. Yeah.
And then obviously we have the Titans. That wasn't a surprise to me.
Yeah.
I had them going 4-13. I know it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
I was just only a game off. I thought they were gonna. I thought the Jaguars would have. I didn't think the Jaguars would have swept them in either one. So
Yeah.
now let's go to the AFC East. You're Jets.
Yeah,
I'm a Giants
fan.
I don't even know what team I am anymore, to be honest.
Disappointing.
What do you think I am? What do you think I am? Do you think I'm a
Giants fan?
Giants fan?
You gotta. Once you're a Giants fan, you can't just switch to Jets after the Giants stop.
Jets, Bills, Dolphins, Patriots.
I mean, I would definitely, if I was like, maybe a little bias would be involved, but I definitely would put the Jets up there in like top 2 in the division this year because they were gonna look like a star Super Bowl team this year. But
I don't think the Jets are gonna. They're gonna come in last next year. I think the Patriots are gonna be. You think that the Jets are not gonna come in last on how their season is?
Nah, I mean, definitely getting Aaron Glenn maybe could definitely change some stuff around with the Jets.
If they don't make any big free agency or like anything big this offseason to fix their defense and help that, and like I feel like
I think their defense is still good. They just this year, like I know like Sauce didn't have his like best year, but maybe next year will be on it. And also they just were terrible at tackling this year. I can't lie.
I feel like getting rid of the offensive coordinator, getting rid of Nathaniel Hackett, and that defense. It's gonna. Do you like that they got rid of Jeff Olberg? Do you think
I have mixed opinions on it?
So yeah, I don't think the Jets are gonna come in third next year at least because I think that I think New England's gonna shock people. I think that
I don't agree with
you. Wait. Based on how I'm looking at it right now, I think the Dolphins are gonna come in last.
I still have the Patriots coming in last. I don't know. I think Bills. My predictions next year, it's probably gonna be Bills, Jets, Dolphins, and Patriots.
So what I was gonna say was, this is what I feel like it could be. I feel like it could be Dolphins last if Tyreek leaves because they're gonna lose a lot of pieces because their salary cap hurts them.
Yeah.
I still agree with the Bills. The Bills are not gonna come in anywhere other place in that division for another like 5 years probably.
Yeah.
But I would put the Jets probably in second or third next year.
Yeah.
The Patriots, they're gonna be. I think they just need to help out their wide receiver core and their tight end. Like they just need help. They need to get more help around Drake May. I feel like their defense wasn't
100%.
horrible last year. I feel like if you take away Drake May on that Patriots team, the Patriots would easily have the first overall pick. I think.
Yeah, worst team in the league.
I think Jacoby Brissett. Obviously, I saw what they were going to do with Jacoby Brissett and started for 6 games and then start Drake May for the rest of the season just to get like Drake May like learning out of him. But I see with a full year out of him and a really good coach in Mike Vrabel, I see this Patriots team going 7-10 next year.
Yeah, I agree.
You do agree with that?
No.
Okay.
I don't see them being a good team. I've said this multiple times. I just don't think they're going to be a good team. They need more than 1 year to be a contender team.
All right, so let's go to the last division in the AFC. We got the AFC West, of course. This division, I'm just gonna say this out now, was probably the worst division I messed up on. I said the Chiefs were gonna finish in first. I said the Chargers, so I got both of them right.
That's not the worst division.
No, but here comes the worst part. I said the Raiders were gonna finish over the Broncos.
Yeah, but I don't. That's not as bad as
based on the list. Actually, that's not the worst.
Yeah, no.
There's worse, but I didn't like how I ranked that division. Obviously, did you think the Broncos were going to be good this year?
I did. Yeah, I mean, with their defense, I just thought I always knew Bo Nix coming in rookie year. I always had a prediction that he was just going to be good. I used to say it a lot, but
if the Raiders' offense wasn't that bad, that prediction would have probably been not as horrible. But the Raiders' offense was probably the most dog shit offense in the league, I think, this year.
Mm-hmm.
So that didn't go out. That didn't go as.
Yeah.
So yeah, that just didn't go as planned. That division. I'm just laughing on how fucking horrible these predictions were. So NFC. All right, so let's change conferences now. We got the NFC. Let's look at. All right, so this division wasn't horrible. Could have been. It wasn't.
I think the NFC was an amazing division.
No. Which division do you think I nailed the most out of? Like, which division do you think I did the best at?
Like predictions wise?
Yeah.
They're both pretty bad. I can't lie. These predictions are.
They were dog shit.
Yeah, they're horrible. But
I think it could have been better, but I thought I thought the NFC West was probably the worst one. So let's start with them, I guess. Now
that's reasonable though. Like the 49ers coming in first. That's not. I would
no
predict
one.
that too,
I'm sorry,
maybe.
no one thought the 49ers were gonna. Did they finish in last? They finished in last. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, but
well, the
they
problem
did
is
finish last.
they did. I think they did. Yeah. The thing is with the 49ers, they got so hurt over the year. If they stayed healthy, like you're wearing a Christian McCaffrey shirt right now.
Oh yeah, I am.
If they had at least didn't have all those players injured, if they didn't have that entire team get hurt and contract bailouts and stuff like that, this team would have easily been 12-5. That would have been if they would have stayed healthy. Do you agree with that, or do you think it's
I agree.
You can disagree if you want.
If Christian McCaffrey was healthy,
he only played 3 games.
Really good.
That was a fantasy bust, by the way. If you took 2. Let me guess. Did you lose your league?
No.
Kyle took him?
Kyle took him, and he lost our league, so not surprised.
That's a guy I usually try to avoid. I picked Barkley over him. That's how I thought it was going to go. So, all right, so let's go down the line now for this division.
Yeah.
We got the Rams. I agree. I had them going 10-7. That was their record.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
They ended up 1, I think, right?
They won. And then the Cardinals, I said it was 7-10. I said I might have been 8-9. It might have been 7-10.
They're 8-9 right now, but they went 8-9.
No, they went.
But what'd you predict?
I thought it's either 7-10 or 8-9. I don't remember. It doesn't say the records. It just has the division. It might have been either one. But I thought they were going to be shocking this year, and they were kind of. They were. What was the record, by the way?
8-9.
8-9.
That's a good prediction. You're right. Seahawks last though. That was pretty bad.
7-10. It was only a record. This division could have gone anyway. I think this division could have gone anyway.
Yeah,
I think it could have gone anyway. Either way, what am I saying? But yeah, honestly, like that was probably the worst division, but it could have been better easily.
Yeah, definitely.
So now let's go the other NFC East. Let's take a pause to say that this was probably just stupidity what I did. So I said Eagles in first. You obviously agree with that. I had them going 12-5. I didn't think they were going to be that. I didn't think Barkley was going to be that good this year. I thought he was going to be better than what he was on the Giants. I didn't think he was going to have 2,000 yards.
Crazy year.
Ridiculous year. So then I said the Cowboys.
Yeah,
that is probably the most retarded pick I think I've ever done. Retarded. It's stupidity what I did. I put the Cowboys
over the Commanders.
I had the Giants getting a better record than the Commanders by 1 game.
That's still bad, but like you can't predict how good Gene Daniels is going to be. Like I don't think anyone thought he was going to be like.
I thought he was going to be good.
Crazy.
I didn't think the team was good enough this year. I didn't think the guy that I thought played a huge step up was Zach Ertz. Like I obviously people talk about like obviously Terry McLaurin finally got his winning team. He's been on that team for like 8 years or something like that. But Terry McLaurin, the thing is with him, he's been on the Commanders didn't make the playoff. They made it once with him. And it was that 2020 year with that NFC East team division horrible with the Commanders winning the division 7-9.
Yeah.
So, but obviously they finished. I had them going last, which was a huge miss, and I had the Giants finishing above them. And it's not good. It's really bad. I thought that. Listen, I said the Giants were going to go 4-13. Not bad.
Yeah.
It was only 1 game off.
They were the worst team in the NFC this year.
Yeah, obviously. The AFC. I thought the AFC was a horrible division. But yeah, so let's go to the NFC South now. We got the Saints, Bucks, Panthers, Falcons. That's the order, and let's.
They're always a horrible league. Always have the lowest records.
Yeah, that division. Oh, it's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just staring at this right now. How bad it is. I mean, you can laugh at me all you want if you want to say.
Yeah,
I had the same. Obviously, I was so happy that the Saints were doing this good to open up the year. I had them going 11-6. I thought they were gonna shock. I thought they were gonna be the biggest surprise this year.
Yeah, well, no, Baker Mayfield being an absolute beast on the field this year. That's a surprise to a lot of people. I think.
I
He
thought
played a really good season.
I thought Derek. I think obviously Derek Carr got hurt at all, but he can't stay healthy because that offensive line can't stay healthy to save his life. So, yeah, it goes Saints, Bucks, Panthers, Falcons. Let's just make this division real quick. That division is always horrible. We never expect that division to do good. So the Bucks finished second in that division. I had them. Panthers, I thought they were going to be good this year, but
they did come third.
Wait, they came in third this year?
Yeah,
or was
they
it
did.
fourth?
Over
They
the
did?
Saints. Saints came last. Panthers came fourth.
What was the Saints record?
They were both 5-12, but
Saints were 5-12? I didn't realize that.
yeah.
Jeez. Oh, yeah, they had Spencer Rattler in. The albino Mahomes. So yeah, I mean, that obviously, that's not really, I shouldn't say that. But, Lions, we're going to get to the NFC North, so we can make this real quick. I'm just speed running real quick. So, NFC North, we got the Lions, Bears, Packers, Vikings. I mean, no one expected the Vikings to do that good this year.
Yeah.
The Bears, I thought they were going to be good. I thought Caleb Williams was going to be the first 4,000 passer this year. They just couldn't. Their offense, it kind of, it wasn't great this year. Obviously with Caleb Williams and their entire offensive line forgetting how to block. So I don't think I should have not put the Bears to put second if I was going to redo this. The Packers. Now let's be real. The Packers kind of. They weren't great this year. They could have been worse. But the Packers, third in the NFC North, was not good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That was pretty. Your predictions, I can't lie, are horrible.
I know. I said this before the video with you. This was probably the worst prediction you're going to ever see.
Yeah.
All right. So
I
now,
make better predictions 3 years ago.
Yeah. We're going to talk about the NBA trade deadline, and then we're going to get into a little NFL Super Bowl history. Do you know anything about the Super Bowl history?
Yeah.
You know,
not too far back, but definitely when I was alive, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that a little bit. We'll talk about the recent Super Bowls, and then we'll wrap this thing up. So, the NBA trade deadline. So, Luka. I mean, that was the most shocking trade I think I've ever seen in all sports, and probably one of the worst trades that we're going to ever see. The trade for a 31-year-old Anthony Davis is just horrible. You traded who? What was in that trade? It was, I forgot. It was a 3-way trade between the Jazz were included.
Luka, it was like Anthony Davis, obviously.
But there's something
else. It was like Luka and Anthony Davis between them. Like
there's some other pieces.
And like Max Christie.
Yes, I forgot about him.
I don't know. There was like some other guy. I don't really know his name, but
yeah,
there's like Jay Hood or something.
Jay Hood.
It actually was in this series, and
yeah. So that trade shocked the fuck out of me, and it happened so late at night, too. Like
at like 12, I was up. I was actually playing Xbox, and I just got off, and I found out that you got traded.
I was in my bed laying down, and all I see, I thought it was AI generated. I thought that was AI generated.
Yeah, I saw it on TikTok. I thought it was a joke.
What? Oh, was it 20? Oh, they.
No.
they-
Yeah, I also thought it was a joke.
So, Luka traded to the Lakers, and I'm hearing now rumors that I saw something on Bleach Report and stuff like that. I've heard rumors LeBron could be traded.
That is not true.
You don't think that's true?
Nah, that's
I
not
thought it was-
happening. Let's be honest.
I don't think it's gonna happen. But who wants to trade for a 40-year-old
Yeah, I know
for that
that's
much?
why.
Yeah, that's why I was gonna say, and that's why it questioned me. I'm not saying that because I think it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen, but yeah, there's no shot that's gonna happen. So then let's.
I actually have to trade up on my phone right now. I just want to say that this is a total trade between Luka and the Mavericks and the Jazz. So Mavericks got Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first round pick, which is big for them. And then the Lakers got Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris. And then the Jazz got.
How old is Markieff Morris?
I have no idea, to be honest. I
He's like
think
40.
he's old.
He's 40. I think
He's in his mid. He's in his mid
He's been
30s.
on
I'm pretty
15 teams over his career.
sure. Yeah, no, he's been on a ton, but no, he's like in his mid 30s. I'm pretty sure. And then the Jazz got Jay Hood, like.
Oh yeah, Jay Hood. That was Jay Hood.
Yeah. And
a second round. Was it a second round pick?
And another 2025 second round.
So who do you like? Do you think the Jazz really needed to get involved in that trade?
Not really. I don't think so.
I don't understand the three-way trade.
Maybe they just wanted picks.
How does the third round work? How does like the team trade work?
So some like teams, they all have like combined like players that get traded.
Yes.
So like it's kind of like weird like that, or like combined like trades. I don't know. It definitely is confusing.
It's very confusing. I think. Listen, it happens like twice in the NHL. Mm-hmm. So, I'm not the greatest NBA knowledge here, but
same.
So, all right. So now let's talk about the other trade, De'Aaron Fox.
De'Aaron Fox, yeah.
Now, hear me out. Everybody wants to say this. I think the Spurs, everybody, are gonna get the 6th seed in the Western Conference and make it to the second round. They're gonna play the Timberwolves in the first round. I think that could be I think that's a realistic matchup. So that would be interesting
that's
to.
Not a bad take.
Yeah, I could see. Listen, obviously, Wemby is probably going to be the face of the NBA in like 2 years or so, and then you're getting another young guy in De'Aaron Fox to partner up with. So this should be very interesting to see with De'Aaron Fox now. They got Chris Paul, but he's like 40.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he'll get a ring in this? Do you think he's gonna get a ring?
Unfortunately, probably not. I love him, but I just don't think he'll get a ring.
Yeah. So so it was Zach LaVine to the Kings too.
Yeah, it was Zach LaVine, and this other like player like
who was it? Who the
or
Bulls
something?
guy? Who the
I don't
Bulls
know.
guy?
And he.
Oh yeah, they got
the
Kevin
Kings,
Hurt.
They got a
Hurt.
ton of picks.
Hurt. Yeah, the Kings got. I think the Kings are going to be totally fine for the future now.
Yeah.
Obviously, they aren't great, but you got Zach LaVine, and you're going to build in a year or two. I think this team.
It was another three-way trade.
I think they're just giving up on this year, obviously, but next year they'll be totally ready to compete. So, obviously, and then let's talk about this. I'm not going to talk a lot about the trades. So, what was the other trade? It was Kyle Kuzma.
Kyle Kuzma to Chris Middleton. That was a big trade.
I think the Wizards won that trade, to be honest. Has Kuzma stayed healthy this year?
I'm not even sure, to be honest. Couldn't tell you.
Because he's averaging 22, I saw, but Kuzma's only averaging 15. He's not playing like an all-star this year. He's not playing good at all. But I think it's because they are on that
Yeah.
Wizard.
They both did play important roles though. Like the Wizards are terrible, but they both did play important roles for their team.
Do you watch the NBA a lot?
Like here and there.
But I was gonna say Jordan Poole should absolutely get out of Washington.
Yeah, I feel bad for him, man.
He's not. I mean, obviously they're building something around him now, but yeah, I would. That's a first that I would request a trade as soon as possible, to be honest. So, yeah, that's the NBA trade news. I did talk about De'Aaron Fox. I did talk about De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, we already did.
Yeah, we already did. But yeah, Kevin, Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, what are you doing?
What?
Nothing.
No, I just had to say something.
All right, Jimmy Butler. Do you think he's gonna get traded? Yes or no?
Heard there definitely are rumors about it, but
Do you think he gets?
I'm not sure.
I think he gets traded to. I think he gets traded to. The Warriors are out on him, obviously. I feel like obviously the Lakers are out. What team do you see him going to?
I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not really like following up on that trade, to be honest.
Yeah. All right, so we'll get into. Yeah. Well, all right. You want to get into the Super Bowl now?
Yeah,
let's get into the
history of Super Bowls.
So, all right. So, let's get into Super Bowl history. Anybody can answer. So, we're gonna do the top 10 most recent Super Bowls in NFL history. I think probably the most memorable. So, Super Bowl. So let's get into the Super Bowl history. So obviously, there's been so many great Super Bowls over the years. Have you remembered any of them? Like a lot of them?
Like from like how far back are you talking?
Like I'm talking like I remember most of them.
I think my favorite Super Bowl of all time that I was alive for was probably the Patriots versus Eagles.
Oh, that game?
Yeah, I love that game. That was
a good game. But I'm saying,
yeah,
I think
2018, I'm pretty sure.
The game that made you, I didn't watch football crazy back then. The game that made me watch football, let's do the top 10 recent because we don't know further back. But I'm just gonna give us some honorable mentions out to the most the ones that I remember. Do you know the San Antonio Holmes side? You didn't see that one?
Yeah.
You didn't see that one?
No, I did see that one.
You did see that one?
Yeah, bro. That was
the
an
Cardinals?
Amazing Super Bowl.
And then the David Tyree helmet catch. Did you ever see that photo?
Yeah. I know those.
You know that.
Yeah.
Obviously.
These are some of the most memorable catches in Super Bowl history. And
then you got the Manningham sideline.
Mm-hmm.
My dad tells me all stories about them. He's a humongous Giant fan. So let's get into the most recent. Let's get into this most Super Bowl. Let's get into some Super Bowl history. So, what are you doing right now?
Me? I'm not doing anything, bro. Just speak. Let's go. Come on.
So, the most boring Super Bowl, and everybody has to agree with it. It is the Patriots-Rams game.
Yeah.
That was by far the lowest scoring game ever.
What was the score at? Like 13-3?
13-3 got on the dot. Stop doing.
I'm fine.
Right.
My bad,
You're making me laugh right now.
Yeah.
So sorry. So that was the most boring Super Bowl. We had one touchdown the entire game.
Yeah. That was horrible.
One touchdown the entire game. And can you guess the player that did it? Caught it?
Don't remember. I couldn't tell you.
It was Julian Edelman. And it was a 1 yard pass. Was it a 1 yard pass? I believe it was a pass. It was a 1 yard. So then, let's get into I'm trying to think right now of the Super Bowls. So,
well, you want to start from most recent to Like
Like-
most recent down to like.
Oh, I forgot one. The Seahawks Broncos game.
Oh,
We're doing off the last 10 years. That's technically in the last.
That was a blowout, bro.
So obviously Seattle won that game 43-8, I believe.
Yeah, 8.
And they had like three. Their defense had one of the greatest games ever. They're like with KJ Handler and Richard. What am I saying? KJ Chandler and that Legion of Boom. That was. I think that's the greatest
Yeah.
defense of all time, to be honest.
Yeah, that was insane.
So obviously,
First, I just want to get into the Super Bowl about the
I'm just looking up the Super Bowl matches.
Patriots versus Seahawks.
Yeah,
Malcolm
that's
Butler.
that's the greatest Super Bowl game ever.
That's
the greatest
really
Super Bowl. That's the
interesting.
greatest Super Bowl ever.
Yeah, obviously I was still like really young. It was like, what year was that? Like 2015 probably.
That was 2015.
Yeah.
You got on the dot.
I was still really young back then. I just barely watched it, but that was one of the first football games I've ever watched with my family, or like just me.
Go to the left.
Oh,
Just putting on the lights.
all right.
So, yeah. So, what else was I thinking of? A game that I thought was fun, but then it got boring. It wasn't that an exciting ending. That the Chiefs 49ers. The Chiefs 49ers game with the overtime match. I thought that was not really that entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't a fan of that game. It wasn't like crazy fun to watch, but it wasn't also great. The overtime it was intense when
Yeah.
Mahomes scrambled on 4th and 1.
Yeah.
But I felt like
I like that. That was actually really fun to watch in my opinion.
so yeah, so I it wasn't like great. I mean, a story to see a former Jet catch it in the end zone.
Yeah.
You saw McCole Hartman.
Mm-hmm.
So he was traded in mid-year for like a 6-round because he sent like he's sending opponents like their plays and stuff like that.
Something
He was
like
just
that.
like, and it wasn't a great it wasn't like a great Super Bowl, but it could have been better, to be honest. So another Super Bowl that I'm gonna, because this one like wasn't like great. It was like mid. The Bengals Rams game, it was good, but
I really enjoyed that Super Bowl. Honestly, there's been like half and half like of the Super Bowls over the past 10 years. Like some of them have been really good, and others have been like really like bad. To be honest,
yeah, that wasn't like really that fun to watch.
Yeah,
that actually was fun.
But Bengals going to the Super Bowl, that was like really,
that shocked me that year.
Yeah, that was such a good run.
You're shocked. Sorry for laughing. So let me get into one. I'm gonna put this one at, what is it? Are we at 6 or we're at 6? No, we're at 6 right now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put the Chiefs over 49ers Super Bowl.
Wait, should we like start rating? You want to start like ranking them?
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
I'll write it down. So
we put the Patriots.
You want to go from last to like
let's do 10.
So 10. We got Patriots, Rams.
Yeah, that was mid.
That was
oh no! Wait, what am I saying? Yeah, that was horrible.
9.
9 was
it was Seattle
Broncos, the Broncos, because that game that could have been, that was at MetLife too. That was at MetLife. I just realized that.
Yeah.
What are you putting on?
Carmine, bro.
Carmine.
Get out.
Alright, get out. What's he putting on? He's putting on his YouTube or something.
Alright.
So,
no, the Seattle Broncos game was horrible. We already talked about this.
If the game wasn't that lopsided with that defense, the Broncos offense, it would have been more entertaining.
Yeah.
In my opinion. What was it? We put the Chiefs 49ers game. That first half was
Are
boring to watch.
you were like, I didn't know you were ranking them. I couldn't lie. Like,
Oh.
if I had to look into it in the past 10 years, it's tough. I don't know.
So we put the. You put
Wait,
Seattle.
which Kansas City and 49ers game were you talking about?
The last year.
Last year?
Just put 2024 on that.
I don't know. I thought it was good. I kind of have to disagree.
I wasn't
with
a fan with that.
Really? What do you think about the Tampa Bay Super Bowl though?
Oh, I forgot.
think
Oh,
that's
wait.
pretty
Put
good.
that one at 8. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I put.
So Tampa Bay. That we should.
The only reason why that is not. It was
Like-
that fourth quarter was kind of fun to watch.
Yeah.
That
And-
kind of with Mahomes running for his life and Brady. His offensive
Tom
line.
Brady's return. That was awesome.
That was awesome to see, and it was kind of fun. Honestly, it was fun watching how the Chiefs didn't play good at all in that Super Bowl. That's the only Super Bowl Mahomes has lost. So,
That's crazy.
so then put the
7?
49ers. Put the 49ers. Put the 49ers.
Chiefs
2024.
Yep.
So, then put the Bengals, Rams. That one.
Yeah.
It wasn't that great.
All right, now we're getting into top 5. So, all right,
do you want to put an honorable mention in there if we put it next year?
Not yet.
We'll put an honorable mention in there.
All right.
Oh, I forgot about the Super Bowl. Ravens 49ers, the blackout year.
That was like
blackout year.
11 years ago though. That was probably what?
That
2013?
was
I think it was 2013.
2013. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the year with Flacco winning a ring. That I thought, and they were a wild card team. That was. Did they win their division that year?
Who?
No, they didn't. No, that was in the year. No, they won the division that year.
Who? Ravens? Or
The-
Seattle?
No, the Ravens.
Ravens or 49ers?
It was the rate. That was the rate. It was the It was the Harbaugh. It was the Harbaugh ball. I was gonna say that was actually the first ever time that we saw 2 head coaches go against.
So 5. So we got
Yeah.
let's get back to our top 5. I think 5. That's
I don't know about 5. What did we?
we didn't.
Wait.
discuss
No,
this
we
yet.
just said 5. We just said 5.
No, that was 6.
That was the Ravens.
No, that was in
Oh.
the past 10 years though. That was an honorable mention. I thought. No. That was.
Oh, yeah.
10
Oh,
years
yeah,
ago,
yeah.
So we can't put that in. But
The-
that was good.
Put that as the honorable mention. Just put that as the honorable.
Alright.
Mention. We'll put it later.
All right.
So
we could go Denver, Carolina.
I would put that there. I would put that there.
Honestly, I didn't
Because
watched
actually
it,
change
but,
the Bengals Rams game. To be honest, wasn't
that
it was
bad.
bad. It's better than it wasn't that bad. I would put it over
Yeah.
that game. What was the game we just talked about?
We're just talking about the Carolina Denver.
Yes,
Denver.
put that. Yeah,
So we'll put that 6. And
I would put
then-
that on 6. So and then we'll put the Bengals Rams. That we can all agree on that, and then we can all agree on that.
Carmine, get out. All right.
So then, you got all the Super Bowls pulled up right now?
Yeah, I actually do. I just have the Super Bowls. I don't have
So-
the scores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
So
Number
where's
4.
number
What was
4
number?
here?
Put the Chiefs 49ers game.
What was that? 2020.
That was the 31-20 game.
Yeah, but no, like what?
That was
year
when Mahomes threw that dot to Tyreek Hill.
Oh,
Remember
yeah,
that?
Yeah.
That was the year.
What year was that though? That was 2020, I believe.
That was 2020. That was right before COVID. Right before the COVID.
Yeah. And then we got top 3 coming in here.
So all these Super Bowls feature the Patriots in them, right?
yeah,
yes.
That's insane.
But I thought that. Listen,
I'll put
were you tired of the Patriots winning? No.
Like not
Like
really.
the Chiefs are just pissing me
They
off.
always-
the,
yeah,
The
yeah.
refs are just
Yeah.
like the refs.
Oh no.
I think the refs.
Okay. Yeah.
So
No, I think for my three, I'm going 28-3 game.
really,
Yeah. Falcons.
I would put that one at one.
You can one. You can argue for you can argue 2 or 1 definitely, but maybe
all these Super Bowls could go either way.
Yeah.
So you think
all these Super Bowls.
rank the last 3?
So
we're not gonna do the
yeah,
last 3. We're just gonna do an order.
No, what I'm actually gonna go Giants, Patriots at 3. That's for my 3.
That's in 2012. That's out of the year.
It is?
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
That was in 2012.
What else do we have then?
We have Patriots.
Seattle.
We have the Patriots, Eagles, Patriots, Seattle,
and Patriots, Falcons.
So actually, put the Seattle. Let's all agree. The
Seattle,
Patriots.
3.
That's 2. That's 2.
2?
I would put the Patriots, Eagles at 3. Now
that was my favorite Super Bowl of all time, in my opinion. So I think that is 1.
I think the 28-3 one is by far.
I mean, it's definitely opinion based though. Like
Yeah,
I do think.
Listen, these can go either way. These can go either way with these Super Bowls, but I thought they were both really entertaining.
You wanna just both say our top 3?
Yeah. You say them, and then
so I'll go first. 3, I have Patriots, Seattle. I think because that I don't know. That was like a long time ago, and I love the Falcons in the year they played. So I'm gonna.
That was the Matt Ryan MVP year.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan won the MVP that year.
Yeah.
He was jeez.
Yeah.
Matt, that was that feels so long time. That feels like such a long time ago, and now he's just retired. And can you name the last team he played for? Do you remember the last team?
Matt Ryan?
Yeah.
Colts.
He was a Colt. He got benched that year for Nick Foles, by the way.
Yeah.
He got benched for Nick Foles. He's actually an MVP. He beat Tom Brady.
I have his jersey.
Actually?
Jersey. Yeah, his Falcons.
Oh.
Actually, my friend Peter gave that to me.
Thank you, Peter. So all right. Wait. So what was the last 2?
Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Oh, so here I'll just read it. I'll redo it. 3, I have Patriots, Seattle. 2, I have Falcons, 28-3 comeback.
Okay.
Or I mean Patriots comeback from 28-3, and then 1, I easily have Patriots, Eagles.
Yeah.
That was the most action.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't disagree.
Special.
Listen, I don't disagree with the list at all. But I feel like, in my opinion, the 28-3 comeback was best Super Bowl, and I think that's the best comeback that you could ever watch.
Yeah.
Listen, there's been bigger comebacks before, but I think that comeback stands out as
the
better.
Vikings, Colts.
That game was crazy, but I think that's not the greatest comeback of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think there could have been easily. I think that listen, obviously it was a regular season game. That game was crazy, but I think it didn't have much meaning to it. Like I feel like it didn't feel like if it had more meaning to it. If that was a Super Bowl, that would be
so fun to watch.
That would be so fun to watch.
Yeah.
But can't. But both those teams aren't. Colts are not. We'll probably never see those 2 teams in the Super Bowl because how bad the Colts are, and how the Vikings are. The Vikings aren't. They're not going to be a Super Bowl team. I said this with Sam Darnold. By the time Vikings are never going to win a playoff game with Sam Darnold. They won't.
Yeah.
They won't. They're not going to win it anytime soon, I think. All right, so then I'll go to mine now. So let's go.
You just said yours. Oh wait, no, you didn't.
No.
You didn't. Yeah.
So actually, I'm gonna put the Patriots Eagles at 3.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the the Patriots Seahawks at 2. And then 1, I'm gonna go Patriots Falcons. That's my opinion. You guys can disagree with me about it, but
well, you're definitely a Giants fan, so
I hate the Eagles more than anything. I'm sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I never really hated them, to be honest.
I hate their fans. Can we all agree you hate their fans?
Yeah.
Yeah, their fans are pretty fucking annoying.
Even that's crazy though that a kid or someone died.
Yeah, I know.
from
We talked about
that pole.
You saw that?
Yeah,
Jeez.
he fell head first to the ground off a pole. While
So-
celebrating. That's
really
yeah,
tough.
that just shows.
All right. There's nothing much to talk about really.
Yeah, we went over Super Bowl history.
We just
Super Bowl history.
we're just gonna talk about.
Trade deadline.
We're just gonna talk about.
And
We're gonna talk. I just want to mention this real quick. That just happened. The NFL is heading down to Australia next year.
Yeah.
I just saw that.
Yeah.
So the Rams are going to be hosting the first Australia game in 2026. It's not going to. Is that this year?
It depends.
It depends.
If it's like a playoff or just a normal.
Oh, it's just going to be a normal game. So not this year. It's going to be the following year. That's going to be crazy to watch. I feel like.
Yeah,
so
that'd be sick.
Thank you for coming on to this episode. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, this was fun. I mean. Yeah, it worked out. It wasn't as long as the last one. I mean, that last one took an hour. This was only 46 minutes.
But it was definitely fun.
All right. Thank you for coming on.
Yep.
Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Dom's Pod. I hope you watch the next one. See you then.
See you guys.
See ya.